Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Jay's Weekly Reflections, where I reflect the trades that I took this past week, the week that has just ended, analyze them, see what I did wrong, see what I did right, and what I can rectify or what I can change, or what did I learn from what happened. This week it has been a crazy one. Actually, in my personal account, I've had some roller coaster of emotions, engaging in some trades, exiting in some, and yeah, it was just a busy week with a lot happening. And it was just luckily for this account, I wasn't engaging much. I was just easy on it after I took this trade, of which I did analysis of it, why I took the trade and why I exited there. So after this, I just went low on this account and relaxed, chill to wait for the week to end. So coming to the analyzation of this trade, it was a trade that I analyzed why I took, and the reason why I took the trade is because of this reaction here. After the previous week, the non-farm NFP news data came out. We saw this candle came, took the liquidity that was resting here, then dumped all the way down. I was really eyeing on this position, taking this move, but I didn't manage to take the position. I think I was a bit held up around here. By the time I was checking the screen, price had already plunged down, targeting this liquidity and some other liquidity that was resting down here. I was really targeting this liquidity very much, but I didn't manage to get it. So I went on targeting the next pool of liquidity that was laying way below here, which was our target once again with this now new trade that we took. So after this true trade left me, I simply waited for market to retrace, to come and give me another price entry, to go down, to navigate down towards the other pool of liquidity that's resting below there. Then another thing that really made my exit to be here is because of the um, because of this swing, this failure swing that didn't manage to go down as we took it becoming a breaker. So the projections on it are what made me again close my trade where I closed it. When we project high to the low there, we see that this target, which is 2 times the projection of the swing, lowest to the highest swing, we have the projection here 2 to 2.5. So market usually goes twice or twice and a half the move of the breaker. That was my target, and it was aligning well with the pool of liquidity that's way back here. So let me show that liquidity. This liquidity here, this liquidity that was resting here, that was my target. And as you can see, price went all the way, cleared all that pool of liquidity, then started retracing back, probably giving a discount on this whole move down here. But I was quite comfortable with this because most of the times when I usually target the bottom of the price doesn't usually end up getting there, or it gets there and it reverses back quickly, leaving me with no way of exiting my trade. So that was it. That's why I targeted there, and I'm happy. This trade, it actually worked how I usually want trades to work out. Sometimes the opportunities are not this clear, so you have to go around, you have to scan around to see them. But for this one, I was happy with the entry, though on my personal account, as I stated on the analysis of this, is that I tried taking the position again here once we engulfed this candle with this, because this one had already cleared this liquidity way down here. So I took it there, but I didn't manage to get much from it. I didn't manage to get much from it. So I waited again for this opportunity, and I definitely took advantage of this opportunity. And yeah, it went down. So for this, it was a win. It was a good trade, and I really loved it. I really enjoyed it, even on my personal account. So the issue with my personal account is not that I did much of a mess. I didn't much of a mess. It is just okay. It's only that I was in a roller coaster of emotions. Didn't know what to target. Didn't know what to do. Like, for example, for this trade here. Here I was unlucky not to close with profits, but on my personal account I closed with profits. I actually took this entry here and I closed as this price was coming up here. So for this I managed to close it on break even. I didn't manage to get the price that I was targeting. So what was the target on this one? So having in mind we had taken liquidity and we rushly came back again. So now we left another pool of liquidity resting up above here. These equal highs that are way back here. So they were my next target. So and as price came, we changed here. We changed direction here once we closed above here. So that for me is a change in market direction as we displace over this swing high over here, this swing high coming and taking this swing low here. So that for me is a change in market direction. And my entry was here and I was targeting this pool of swing high here, pool of liquidity that's resting here, but I didn't manage again. I just closed my order here once I saw these FVGs were playing in favor of, and the price was trying to reject there. So I just closed the order early. By the time I was coming here, price had already plunged all the way up until here. So I closed as it was here. It was a break-even trade on this. Then again, I went again and tried. I was really interested in taking this pool of liquidity. So I tried a number of entries somewhere there. No, I actually wanted the reversal to come and take this pool of liquidity once down here as well as this liquidity, but I didn't manage to close. I didn't have a valid a stop loss per se here to secure my order. So I let my order run. So I sat in all this drawdown, in all this drawdown, all this drawdown. Then finally I came to close my trade up here once I saw that we had changed market direction. I initially wanted to close my trade here after we closed above here, but it was during London session, so I decided to let me just wait and see what New York session will do. So New York came well with some good intentions. Once this price I saw is dropping, so I had some favor that at least my trade may at least work out, because at this point I was planning to close the trade around this level here, but that didn't happen. So price came back again, coming all the way here. Now by this time I was fed up with the trade and I just decided to close it with some really bad loss, not really that much, but not the loss that I had intended to take. So that was it. So with all that happening, I didn't manage to have another entry on this account, so that way just let it flow. So that was it. This was a really good order that I took here, and I'm waiting to see now what unfolds upon this week. Having in mind is a busy week with CPI, retail sales all over coming back again. So I really don't see myself involving much. I'll just sit on my hands and wait for the news to pass, as the news will create a roadmap of where we really want to go upon this pair. When we go to the 4H, what we can see is we're kind of stuck in this sort of a range here. Price doesn't want to go up, but price doesn't want to break below. So if we manage to break either upside or downside, that will be good, because there's another pool of liquidity that's resting here. There's another pool of liquidity that's resting here that price might come and take it. There's another minor liquidity that's resting here. There's another large liquidity that has been resting here for a while, that have been still eyeing for a while. We haven't gone there. So the pair at the moment is a bit tricky, not here, not there, with not really a sense of direction. So I'll wait and see if the CPI and the retail sales will have much to offer, And after we get a direction from the news, then it will be easier to know where the market wants to go. So I'll just wait for the news and see where we'll close up from, then take it from there. So I don't see much happening again this week. I'll have to just chill and wait. But if I manage to get an entry on the lower time frames, then that will be good. I'll do an analysis of it and post it. So that's it for this week's weekly reflections. Cheers.